A product has to be really good if it's still in existence 250 years later. It's got to be exceptional. It's got to, you know, just be so wonderful that people come back and buy more and more and more. And we couldn't be more proud to have a great relationship with our friends at Birkenstock. The legendary comfort, the legendary support, the legendary feel of wearing it is unlike any other shoe or footbed that's out there. And here's what we're doing today. What Birkenstock does just for HSN, and it's so important to understand this, is they do not do special pricing or special values for anybody else but us here at HSN only. We're the only place that has the special value. We're the only place that gets this deal. This is the time to do it because it is also the only time the entire year we will offer the traditional cork footbed as our today's special. It's only one time. We do it one time a year and that's it. So understand we're getting an extra special savings because of Birkenstock willing to give us a discount to do this special offer. So here we've got great colors to get to. We've sold already over 1,000. So we have 3 choices that are, I think, very girly, very, very fun. And they're an embossed design that has a little bit of a pearlized finish. Love the sweet pink. This one officially is called the light rose color. Isn't that gorgeous? White footbed, and then you have rose gold buckles. The second one, again, great color choice. I loved it because Donya's her toenail polish color is almost his identical color, which is funny. This one is called surf green. Then we have your classic, gorgeous white. The 2 most popular, if you didn't see them last hour, are the next 2 you're about to see. This incredible eggshell, I love it because it's a perfect neutral, and this is called our textured canvas. And then the #1 most popular, and I absolutely love that because I've never seen this color in Birkenstock, is called the faded khaki. Again, we'll get through sizes, we'll tell you the whole story, and Courtney's here to do that. She's been with Birkenstock now for 15 years, and I get to see her rarely, but I'm so happy I get to launch this with you every year. It's like an annual thing for us.
It's super fun. It's super fun, even though it's, you know, late at night. That's great.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so love it. You guys did a really knockout job on this design.
We did. Yeah. This is really fun. This is a newer design for us at Birkenstock. It's called the Franca, and again, this is going to be a fully adjustable sandal from Birkenstock. It has 3 adjustable working buckles, which we love. You're going to be able to get this in a really great textured canvas. That's something new that Birkenstock hasn't done before. And then we're also doing it in an embossed, and it's a Birko floor, so it's a synthetic material, but it is really, really a great material. It's pulling in the colors really beautifully. We're loving it in light rose, in a surf green, and also a white. And on that kind of embossed with the beautiful colors, we're doing a white outsole, which again is fresh for spring. Really loving that. So there's a point of difference in these 2 sandals. One is really kind of that everyday shoe, and then you also have the Franca, which has a little more of a feminine kind of fun, springy vibe that you're going to really be able to dress up. And that is, I love that there's 2 different options here that you can really choose from.
Yeah, we got a little girly, a little dressier, and then we've got this super canvas cool. Okay, so here's what I realized on this triple strap.
Yeah.
It is the most versatile adjustability of any shoe we've shown tonight.
Absolutely, yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Because we've had the single strap,
right?
We've had a double strap, but the triple really allows you to get the perfect fit for your shoe or for your foot.
Absolutely, absolutely. So your forefoot, you can adjust both of those buckles. And again, you mentioned you kind of had a more narrow foot. So this is really going to be something that you can fully adjust on your forefoot. And then that third strap is going to be, it's going to come up higher on your foot. And that's really the strap that's going to hold you inside of that footbed. And again, that's fully adjustable as well. So some people might have a higher instep, someone might have a flatter foot. This is going to be able to adjust to fit your foot perfectly. And I love that. And again, not only are you getting full adjustability, you're getting this great footbed. This is consistent across the Birkenstock brand. We never change this footbed, but this is the DNA of our brand. This is what it's all about. It's about that deep heel cup that's going to cradle and stabilize your heel, the contoured footbed. That is supporting all of the arches of your foot. A roomy toe box that's allowing your toes to really move freely, which we love. If your toes are moving freely, that gives you more more balance. If your toes are able to spread out, that gives you more balance. And then there's also a toe bar. That's gonna rest really nicely underneath your toes. When you walk, it creates a natural gripping motion, which creates circulation in your legs. So again, all of the health and wellness benefits of a Birkenstock footbed, you're getting in this really great today's special. We never changed the footbed. I love it here. You can see it, how it's built from the ground up. You see the layers of how our footbed is built. It has that light EVA outsole. It has jute layers, which that is going to add flexibility. It's going to add durability, but it also is a natural wicking material, which really going to keep your foot dry, which we love. And then there's also the cork latex. That's what everyone knows Birkenstock for, is that cork latex footbed. And last but not least, the suede footbed liner. That is where all of the magic happens. I can say it's magic because the more you wear it, the more comfortable this becomes. It's like a custom orthotic. The heat from your body is going to warm up that suede, and over time, you're going to be able to see how your foot rests. So you're going to see how your toes are resting. You're going to see how it's hitting your arches. You're going to see how your toe or how your heel is sitting in that heel cup. That is the magic of Birkenstock. As walking as nature intended, this is what it does. Our footbed really follows the curve of your foot, the natural curve of your foot. So if you've ever been to the beach, when you walk in the sand, the first thing you notice is that your heel really digs into the sand. That is what this footbed is emulating, like walking as nature intended. Your foot is like really resting in its natural state. That is the magic of Birkenstock.
Yeah, it sure is. And once you start wearing them, it's very, very tough when you put on a different sandal or a different shoe. You're like, oh, it's totally different. And it is different. There's a little bit of a getting used to time,
right?
You know what I mean? And I'd love to go over how you kind of sizing and how that works. But it's really, once you get it, that's why there's legions, millions and millions, I mean, around the world who wear Birkenstock. And they have lots of pairs of them because the experience is so different. And it really means a lot. It affects your calves, your thighs, your hips, your ankles, your back. The way you stand is different when you stand in a Birkenstock, again, because partially that deep heel cup. The nice thing about this is I do love it. I was saying earlier, my right foot is wider. I have narrow feet to start with, but my right foot is much wider than my left foot because I play a lot of tennis and I always push off. I favor my right foot. So it is wider. When I put these on today and I was able to adjust every little inch of this, it was amazing because each foot has its own needs. And so my right foot, I can feels different than my left foot, how I've adjusted them. My left foot I have to do a little bit tighter than the right foot, and I have to do it tighter right at the front of the toes on these two X's here versus the back piece, because that's where it's flatter and wider on the front. You don't get that type of versatility with all the Birkenstocks. They're still great, they're still gonna fit you fine, it's wonderful, but there's just something about having that extra adjustability on this style specifically, that if you're like me, it's that wonky toe, it's a flat arch versus a higher arch. You know, it's having stability and yet not having a ton of coverage. I think in the summertime for me, especially here in Florida, I do not want to wear really heavy shoes. I don't want them to give me a lot of coverage because it's just hot. Even though these keep you cooler, it's still nice to have a little bit of more openness on this design as well. Okay, so if you missed last hour, let me give you an update. These are the two canvas textured, and they're fabulous. They're almost like, you said it so perfectly, those cool hip canvas tennis shoes everybody's wearing now. When you see them up close, you're gonna see they have a little bit, what do you call that?
Like a distress?
Like a distressed look, yeah. Well, I'm gonna hold still, believe it or not, so you guys can see what I'm talking about, because it's that cool distressed look that I think everybody's gravitating towards. Do you mind if we go in? I just wanna show it from a distance. You really can't tell. Thank you very much. I'm gonna hold still, I promise, which I must have been Italian in a former life because I always use my hands. Anyway, look at that. Okay, see, is that cool? Thanks, guys, that's perfect. Isn't that cool? So it's kind of hip, it's kind of cool, it's really relaxed looking. Also notice on these two, the canvas, the buckles, and the sole are the exact same colors. So when you see, this is the most popular right now, when you see the khaki, it's all monochromatic. This is all one color, and then the sole is khaki as well, which is super cool. So that's these two. All right, that's the canvas. Now, when we talk about the embossed, let me show you the differences there, because they really are quite different. This is the white. This is gonna be, we're calling this one the surf green, and this is gonna be our light rose. Now, on the light rose, all the soles are white, which I think is fresh and fun.
Right.
It's really
100%.
updated, really girly, really fun. If you look at the rose, the light rose, notice it's rose tone for the buckle. On the surf green, it's gonna be silver, and then on the white, it's silver. And again, when you go up tight, you'll notice there is an embossed effect. So it's a little dressier, and it's a little bit pearlized, which I like, a little shinier. And again, I'll hold them still so you guys can see that embossed effect, because it's subtle, but it's noticeable.
Right.
You know, it really does give it a different feel. Guys, could we go in tight on this one too, if you don't mind? Thank you. Appreciate, oh, perfect. Thank you very much. There you go. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful material. And you know what's so funny? We did a TS, I don't know, was it last year or the year before, where we did kind of that like alligator print.
Yep.
Remember we
Yep.
did that? And
Yep.
the pink was the #1 colorway. So I think it's kind of funny tonight. Everyone's really kind of gravitating toward an eggshell or a khaki. But
It is kind of
yeah,
interesting, yeah.
It's very interesting, but I like that pink and the kind of the texture, and when you saw it up close, how really unique and beautiful it is with the rose gold buckles. And I love the surf green. Again, we're seeing these colors across all of the spring color palette. I was shopping today, saw a lot of pinks, a lot of that kind of like aqua-y blue colorway, super pretty. So again, you're gonna be able to pick any of these colors up and wear it, you know, with whatever you're buying for spring this season, which I love. And again, this is a feminine sandal from Birkenstock. It's really opened up. The lines are very feminine. These straps are very, very easy to wear, fully adjustable, not a lot of foot coverage. So if you want a daintier sandal, this is really, really super sweet and easy on your foot. And again, it's gonna look really pretty on your feet and fully adjustable, which again, we love. So either if you're gonna pick, you know, the more casual, cool canvas or this really beautiful embossed, you're gonna win either way.
Okay, so it's so funny. Cara, if we could have caught you 2 seconds ago. This is how well balanced they are. She was literally doing like this little weird little jig a second ago, and she's doing them in these Birkenstock. There, thank you, Cara. But I mean, you know what is so funny? In a traditional flip-flop, you could never do that.
Right.
You wouldn't feel secure enough. You'd think you'd turn an ankle if you were trying to do something goofy like that, or even running after the kids at an amusement park. You know what I mean?
100%.
But I think this is a real compliment to how you don't have a lot of coverage, and yet you still get so much support, balance. You feel it's not flip-floppy at all. You don't feel that heel clicking back up against your feet. How many times you wear a pair of sandals and you scooch in them? You ever catch yourself, you're kind of doing this? Because again, they're not staying on your foot. They're too loose. With these, I mean, I could literally kick my foot up, and look at that. Like any other sandal, I'll really kick them. Any other sandal, I seriously would go flying off, right? It'd be across the room. But that really is how awesome this coverage is in getting these. And again, you get great flexibility in them. It's everything we love about a Birkenstock. Okay, of the now, what, 1,300 we've sold in just the launch, 900 are in these 2 canvas.
Wow.
So here's my little Aunt Susie shopping help. Get the canvas before you go to bed. If you're gonna get the eggshell, or a ton of you are just loving this khaki. I love the faded khaki too. Either one of these, before you go to bed, make sure you completely check out. Here's what happened. I had an e-bike earlier, last hour, or 2 hours ago. I don't know, it could have been 4 hours ago at this point. And I told everybody, you gotta check out. Like, you can't put it in your cart and it's not a safety zone. And I said with the e-bike, if you want the red, we will take it from your cart and give it to someone actively buying the red. We only had like 15 left at the end of the sell. All the red sold out. There was a ton of people who had it in their cart, and yet it was snatched from it because someone was actively buying it. If you're gonna get either one of these, you wanna go ahead and check out and make sure you get it done. It's just how our systems work, and I just wanna make sure if this is what you're loving, you get it. Another important point is as the day goes on, chances are you're gonna see basically just the 3 brighter colors available. These are gonna go early today, okay? And then what happens is they're great, they're fine, they'll probably sell out as well because the price is so good on this and they're really cute. There'll be thousands of people at the end of the day when Courtney's back on that will have no idea the canvas was available. So again, this is how it works. It's the most popular Today special we do from Birkenstock because it's the only one we do all year long. And remember, I think this is so important. They don't do special values for anybody else at retail. They allow us to do this and they work with us one time a year, and this is it. Now, they will have another Today's Special. It comes up in a couple of months, but that's the EVA. So you saw the lightweight EVA we've had in this show. That'll be their only other one for the year. This is the only one with that famous traditional cork footbed that everybody craves and everybody wants, right? So I just want to let you know how it works, because it is a really special night to get to work with you, Courtney.
Yep.
And it's like an anniversary. I swear we launch them every single year. I get to talk about this one time a year, being our best value, which is great. And thank you guys for doing that, because they get a bit of heat from the other retailers. Oops. Oops. Sorry, other retailers. Anyway, Courtney, let's talk sizing.
Yeah, so I always say buy true to size. Birkenstock is whole sizes only. So if you're 5, 5.5, that's one size. 6, 6.5, that's another size. So you're gonna wanna buy true to size. There's a nice little conversion chart right there. And it's on hsn.com, but there's a conversion chart that will help you, because Birkenstock is a little different in their sizing, their European sizing. But buy true to size. I'm a 9, 9.5, and I fit in that 9, 9.5. Most of the time, I'm a little closer to the 9.5, and I still fit in that 9, 9.5. Buy true to size, get them home. The first thing you're going to want to do is unbox them. Take the buckles, undo the buckles and put your foot inside of the footbed. And you're going to want to make sure that your heel is really resting inside of that heel cup. It's not kind of pushing out, you're not feeling uncomfortable. It's really resting and it's being cradled inside of that footbed. And then the next thing you're going to want to make sure is your toes are resting before the toe bumper.
Right
you don't
there.
want them kind of hitting the toe bumper, or sometimes you see your little pinky falling off. That's a no. They're too small. You just want to make sure they're resting before that toe bumper, and then it will be that perfect
Like they rest
fit.
over it.
Yeah, you're going to want it
Like
to
this.
rest. Oh,
Come over, like that.
you want it to
right?
rest right before. You don't want them, sometimes people
Right.
are like, their toes start creeping
Wait,
over.
you're way up here.
You don't want it way up there.
You don't want your tips of your toe on it.
Right.
You want to fit in it.
You
and
want
you
to-
said
yes.
people really do realize the difference when they try it.
Absolutely. You will know if you're not in the right Birkenstock, the right size, because it will feel very, very uncomfortable. You will be like, oh, this is very uncomfortable.
Yeah, this is
Birkenstock is not an uncomfortable shoe. It's definitely going to feel different because it's supporting your arches. You're in a heel cup, which is allowing your foot to rest in its natural state. And there's the toe bar, and that's resting underneath your toes. So if you are wearing an incorrect size, the toe bar is not going to rest underneath your toes. The arches are going to feel really off, and you're not going to be sitting inside of the heel cup. It really should hug your foot. It should feel like it's sitting inside, not on top. It should really hug your foot. And that's the benefit of Birkenstock. You're going to feel safe and secure. It's almost like someone's really kind of hugging your foot.
And how should we start wearing them? Because I think this is great advice.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of people are not used to a heel cup, and they're not used to the arch support. So you're going to want to wear them probably 20 minutes a day to start breaking them in. And so the first couple of days, wear them 20 minutes. Maybe if you're feeling okay, go ahead and wear them an hour the next day. You don't want to wear these like 8 hours the first day you get them if you're new to Birkenstock, because it is an arch support and it will feel a little more aggressive than what you're used to. And your foot is also sitting down in this heel cup. So it's resting in its natural state. You're not getting that in every shoe. So again, your foot will have to get used to the Birkenstock footbed, but once you start wearing it, you're not going to want to stop wearing it. It's almost like a custom orthotic. It's going to mold to your foot, and the more you wear it, the more comfortable it becomes.
And then you crave it. Like your foot will crave it. That's what's really, really cool. When you get used to it, all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, where have these been all my life? Or, if you're one of the Birkenstock, legions of customers and fans, you're nodding your head saying that's exactly right. Yeah, because it is a very different experience than wearing a traditional footbed in any other shoe. I don't care if you have the most expensive tennis shoes. I don't care if you have sandals that are $8 gazillion. I don't care if you have platform shoes that are, or high heels that are $1 gazillion. There's absolutely nothing out there, that replicates what Birkenstock has done. And if they've been around for 250 years and have sold millions upon millions upon millions of shoes, over 250 years worldwide, there's got to be something in the sauce that's magical. Like there's something. Like if you've never tried it, this is the best time to do it because the price is so amazing, right? So that's what I love is you get this opportunity to go, you know what, either I'm getting my 12th pair or my 20th pair, or I'm getting my first pair. And welcome to the world of Birkenstock. You will not go back. Like you'll wear these and then your foot just get so unbelievably comfortable. Your body feels different when you're in them. You even stand differently when you're in a Birkenstock. You really do. And you're like, oh, I didn't realize this is how nature wants me to be. Because all of our other shoes don't mimic what nature wants us to do. And again, we're talking about a tradition of 250, almost 51 years. There's something magical in the sauce, or they would have been out of business in 1775. But for a shoe brand to have that kind of history, I don't think there's another brand out there that has the legendary history of Birkenstock.
Oh, I don't think another brand can say that. You know, 251 years this year. I mean, no one can say that. We love that Birkenstock, the history of Birkenstock. They started making arch supports and insoles. The shoes came in the 60s, but we're so made in Germany, which you can't say that about a lot of other shoes either. Made in Germany, that has never changed. We don't outsource, which is really nice. Everything is made in Germany. So the heritage, the craftsmanship still is what people are used to. That hasn't changed. You know, 33 people hand touch each and every pair of Birkenstock through the production line.
Really? 33?
Again, people don't know, 33 people are touching this sandal before you get it home. So again, the craftsmanship is still in every single pair of Birkenstock that you get. And so that's why, we were talking earlier, you really can't kill this shoe. I mean, this is like made to last.
For
this
years.
is quality footwear. And again, being made in Germany, we're just such a really kind of like heritage brand that people know and love. And people are looking for brands, heritage brands that they know that they're going to get quality footwear from. And you're going to get that from Birkenstock. We deliver each and every time on our footwear. And the nice thing about Birkenstock is that footbed does not change. We only change the upper. So you're going to have consistency in that footbed, which is, that's a huge win. Because some other footwear brands, they like to change it up a little bit. And so you're kind of like, oh, well, I wore a 9 before, and then, it might be a little different. With Birkenstock, you're always going to know your size because we never change that footbed. That is consistent. And again, the footbed's the DNA of the brand. That is what the Birkenstock brand is all about. And we just kind of are able to have a lot of fun with the uppers. And that is where you kind of get, you start the collection because you want to make sure that you're comfortable in that footbed, but you want to be able to have a few different pairs of Birkenstock.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, from last hour, we've got a shoe coming up this hour. It's going to look really similar to that. We're going to show you something really dressy, kind of cocktail. Let's have some fun, go to a nice party. And then we have, and these I think are really, really fun and playful. The embossed versions that have that pearlization. You're seeing right there, that's going to be the surf green. And also we're showing the light rose on our models tonight. And then of course we have that pretty white. Those are flirty. They're fun. They're playful. I love that white footbed. It's a little crisper, It definitely screams summer's here, spring's here. We're ready to have a good time. And yes, spring is close, so time to get your sandals. And then I love the earthiness of the canvas versions. There's something super hip, super cool, a little earthy about getting the canvas choices. Again, just as a quick update, we have now sold almost 1,500, and this is the first show today. Of that, oh geez, over 1,000, almost 1,100 are in these. That's a lot, okay? That's how it works. Again, if you're gonna pick these two up, this is gonna be your faded khaki, and this is your eggshell. If you're gonna get the canvas versions, I really hope you order them tonight before you go to bed, and make sure you totally check out. The cart is not a safety zone. It's not someplace that preserves your item. If someone's actively buying it, and let's say that size is running out, we will take it from your cart and we'll give it to the person who's actually checking out. It's how our systems work. So it's not a reserved spot, like a parking spot. You have to go ahead and order them. What's gonna happen at this pace is these two, by the end of the day, they're not gonna be here. We might have a few of the other choices, but there's literally will be thousands of people who will tune in tonight with Miss Courtney, see a lot of great shoes, but will never have any idea these were even an option. So before you go to bed, you might wanna think about it. Another quick note, we have 5 flex pay on all Birkenstock today. What does that mean? If you have a major credit card, you're gonna spread your payments out over 5 months, but you get them right away. So that's gonna be officially $16 to get these home. The third thing that's wonderful is we also have free shipping on all Birkenstocks today. That's why buying any, just for the free shipping alone, is worth it because they're not going to ship free from a store, and you can buy Birkenstocks anywhere. They're in all the major department stores. They have their own retail outlets. You know, they're great, they're grand, and people know them. But to get the price, to get the free shipping, and to get 5 flex pays, nobody's going to match that. And this is 100% exclusive to you shopping with us. I love you guys, and I know tomorrow you go, I'm just going to go to the mall. I know there's Birkenstocks at the mall. I'm going to go get this. You won't. And if you see anything similar, they could be anywhere between $99 to $120 to $130 to get your Birkenstocks. Once again, remember, Birkenstocks only for HSN, and only one day gives us a special value. They don't do it for any other retailer out there. It's part of their philosophy. And we're just really fortunate to have such a nice relationship with you guys and the team that they do this. And we only do it one time a year. Would we do it every month? Heck yes. We would love this deal every week. They give it to us one time a year, and you're seeing it. And that's specifically on that famous cork footbed, which is what everybody wants to get.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the DNA of the brand. That's what everybody knows Birkenstock for, is this footbed. And I think we've been like really loving on this guy. I think we need to give these guys a little more love, right?
I know, right? I know, they're like, okay, everybody's loving those two. What about, we're not chopped liver over here.
But what I love about this, and you know, the models have both that light rose and the white on. It is really, really beautiful, beautiful footwear. This is kind of what you can dress up, dress down. I'm loving the rose gold on the light rose. It's so beautiful. I love a rose gold buckle. It's gorgeous. And again, this is a really pretty embossed texture on this. So again, this is something that you're not going to see. It's done in an elegant way, so it's not over the top, but it's definitely, it gives it a little bit of a twist, which we do love too. So again, you're not going to see this out at retail. This is just really special, and this is unique to get here. And these colors are great. I'm seeing light rose, this aqua, and white all over for spring. Loving the white outsole.
I do too. I love the white on white. I gotta be honest.
Fresh.
And you know what's kind of crazy? Look, the insole, the suede, is lighter in the lighter colors. Isn't that funny? It's a little bit darker in our canvas ones, but that's a lighter suede that they used inside here. That's really clever too. All right, so here's what we're doing, guys. Again, if you're picking them up, great time to do it. Right now, I will guarantee I have all sizes, and I have, well, all sizes basically in the eggshell and the faded khaki. I will 100% guarantee you that's not going to be true later today, but we're good right now. So you're okay at the moment. All right, guys, we're coming back. Okay, as a matter of fact, I have another brand new. We have the one coming up that's $59.99. Were you shocked at that?
Yes.
Yeah, that used to be $89. It's coming up.